Let's talk about it. How bad are the Bills going to kick the Steelers' butt?
I think it's
Please,
going to
please
be,
show some mercy.
I don't know if we're going to come out and hit you guys with like a 50 burger on like the first game, but it's not impossible either because Josh Allen's looking insane. This whole team is just looking elite already, even in preseason. It's like, oh, it's preseason. We went undefeated, but like truthfully, like it's so exciting to be a Buffalo Bills fan right now.
When people pick Super Bowl teams, a lot of them are picking the Bills.
It's like such a foreign feeling to us because we're so used to being so bad and people
Right.
make fun of us. So
Right.
it's like now to even see just like power rankings coming out and seeing us like in the top 5, even in like the top 3, like that is just like so overwhelming in like a good way that we're like, wow, like this is really where we are right now. You see a lot of people, projecting Josh to be the MVP. So that's obviously really exciting to see. So it's a lot to take in, that's for sure.
It's amazing. Yeah. I I think the Steelers don't stand a chance for the main reason that stadium is going to be full, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
And that's the first time in over a year
That everyone gets to be there.
Yeah,
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's another delay of game just because we're so loud. Like, that might happen again.
that happened.
Oh, yeah.
They were too loud and it caused a penalty.
Yep. Sure did. We were really proud of it.
That's amazing.
So even McDermott's like, yeah, I know they'll be loud on defense, but, I hope they'll be quiet on offense. So, we got to, watch our P's and Q's.
That's the classic quarterback thing is, yeah, on your defense, you get loud as crazy. But then on offense, like Josh Allen will be like
Like,
quiet, and then like the crowd will probably love him so much, he'll be like quiet as a church
mouse,
mouse or
yeah.
something.
So it's like he's the conductor. Like we just gotta, look for his cues and make sure we're paying attention. So
Yeah, I mean, this is huge because I mean, yeah, I mean, Buffalo's, they've been pretty good the past couple years, but to be, as good as they were last year, and it was basically no home field advantage, no people
right.
in the stands, and now you have a full stadium. I think they're just going to feed off that like crazy, and yeah, yeah.
But you don't sound very confident in the Steelers. What's going on? Tell me.
Um, I think honestly, I think that, I mean, I see, I'm thinking about the last time when they played last year. And I remember that game as they were kind of even in the first half. Ben throws a pick six, which was devastating.
Mm-hmm.
And that was hard to recover, but still, it was kind of even in the first half. And then in the second half, it's like they forgot that Stephon Diggs was a thing and they just let him do whatever he wanted. And I think Diggs had like, I don't know, 8 or 9 touchdowns that second half or something like that. I just remember it was
It
just
was something
like
ridiculous. Yeah.
he was wide open the entire half. Like, what are you people doing? So, possibly there'll be, it'll be evenly matched. I don't know. I mean, but the Steelers, the funny thing is the Bills are the established team where you kind of know what to expect because not much has changed. You haven't lost too many people, but the Steelers are the ones with a lot of changes. They have basically a whole new offensive line, which could be good, could be bad. Who knows? Could be a disaster.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
And that's another thing. You have a young, unproven offensive line against a Bills defensive line that is scary good and brings in is like 7 or 8 deep. So they're always bringing in fresh people. That's a recipe for disaster for the Steelers.
Yeah,
Oh
and
boy.
it's like even just trying to get used to like you said, there's just been so many changes, with like injuries, and it was like the Mason Rudolph show, then it was like the Duck show. So it's just like there's so many changes, and it's like you said, like trying to get used to it and get a rhythm going. It's like, maybe things would be a little different if like, we were playing like week 8 or week 13 or something like that. But like having it the first game, like you guys the first week, like that's tough.
See, that's the thing. That's the other thing is everyone's healthy. This is like, like, yeah, you're right. Maybe in the middle of the season when somebody's hurt or something like that, then maybe you have a chance. But week one, when everyone's healthy and the Bills are at their full strength, oh, it's just not a good time for the Steelers.
No. And it was
And
a rougher time on Twitter today with the poll, the showdown. Oh my God.
how's that going? I last time I checked, Bills were
We
winning.
ended up winning, but there's a little bit of a fiasco where people thought that you guys like stole the Titans playbook and were buying bots and things. I don't know what was going on, but it got real crazy.
We don't do stuff like that.
So I was just like, I don't know, but
you're not donating to some Pittsburgh charity because we cheated. We don't do something. That's a Tennessee thing. That's a Cleveland thing. That's a Baltimore thing. That's the kind of stuff they do. Pittsburgh people, we don't have to cheat to know we're popular.
Yeah.
Hey,
and the funny thing is like the dog pound, the Browns fans, because I know how much you guys all get along. They're like, Bills Mafia, we got you. We're backing you up. I'm like, it's like we're like, you guys are like our two cousins, right? Like you're like, we both like you guys. We're like, yeah, you guys are good family members, but it's like you're the two cousins that like butt heads, can't be at the same family gathering. It just doesn't go down good. So it's just like really funny just to like understand that dynamic. But the Ravens are the cousin that nobody likes. Like,
no, nobody.
They're just nobody. We just don't invite them to the cookout anymore. They're just not invited.
Yeah, the Ravens are the you can't even show up because you're just gonna start a brawl or something like that.
And then the Bengals, they're the lovable cousins. That's like, sure, we feel bad, you can come. So.
Yeah, the Bengals are the Bengals. You just feel bad for them.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, sure. Bring potato salad, whatever you want to bring. We're not going to eat any of your crap anyway. Just show up. Just play some cornhole. We'll have a good time. It's funny that the Browns and the Bills are kind of like, like cousins or whatever, because I mean the Browns are in the same situation. The Browns were bad for so long, and now they're another one of those teams that are considered like a Super Bowl contender. It's like,
yeah,
wow. Yeah, the Browns are they are scary. They are scary this year. We'll see what happens with that. But what do you think is going to happen in the AFC East? Oh boy, I think everybody got better.
They did. I know that Josh Allen's the oldest QB in the AFC East.
Yeah.
Think about, because we got Mac Jones, we got Tua, we got Zach Wilson. So it's just like to think that Josh is like the veteran, like the old man. I'm like, geez, like what time to be alive. So I think it's interesting. A lot of people seem to be high on the Patriots already. I think who was it? Stephen A had like his I don't know if it was like his power rankings or like his like top threats or whatever the title was, but basically he obviously kept the Bills out of it, but he had the Patriots up there. And it's like, we're so used to like Bills fan like chiming in like, hey, like you're sleeping on us, but now you have like other fan bases that are like, pump the brakes, like you're crazy to not think that like the Bills shouldn't be like a top 5 team. So it's just like funny to see like other teams like starting to stick up for us now.
Yeah. I mean, the people like Stephen A, they're just saying stupid stuff just to get attention. Like,
oh, for sure.
Come on, you dummies. But yeah. I mean, the Patriots are going to be really interesting. Mac Jones, oh boy, it's scary. He could be Tom Brady 2.0.
He could be. Or he could be a flop. It's like
he could be a flop, yeah.
We don't know. But I think it's going to be interesting. I think playoff wise, I think we might be pretty similar to what we saw last year. In my heart, I think it's going to come down to us and the Chiefs again, but that's just me. But
could be. The Dolphins are interesting. Basically, it's all on Tua. Like, hey, if you're good, the team's going to be good. If you're not it, that team ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. I'm actually going to the game next week, so it'll be my first away game. Yeah, so I'm really excited for it. But
in Miami.
Ooh. In Miami, yes. I'm so excited. Get away. Not that it's been bad weather here, but it's always nice to go somewhere more tropical than here. So
very cool. Very cool.
But yeah, I think it's really interesting because it's like, if he's really doing bad, it's not like, oh, Fitz magic, you're up. Like
Right.
it's your turn to go in. It's like, no, this is the Tua show. So
Right. You have he had a safety net last year. There's no net now. So
yeah,
we will see. And the Jets, maybe they'll win a game. Whoa!
maybe.
I mean, you hear good things about Zach Wilson. So we'll see. Maybe they'll go crazy and win 4 games or something like that, or even 5 games. Oh,
yeah, and I think it's funny that their first game, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is against Carolina. So they're gonna go against Sam Darnold. So I'm like, that's kind of an interesting matchup for week 1.
how funny is that?
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold revenge game. He's gonna want to put up
I
a
hope
50
he goes
burger.
off. Honestly, I do. For Carolina, I'm like, yes.
That stuff matters. That stuff matters to the players when they play their old team, and they really want to.
Yeah, they want to show. And I think the greatest example of that was preseason with Mitch Trubisky when we played Chicago. Like, holy cow, did he have a good game?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a lot of bad blood there. Yeah. Oof. How's Mitch Trubisky looking?
I think he looks great. I think maybe the first game we're just like, I think he's still like working out a couple kinks, but I think he's going to be all right. He's looking really good. Obviously I hope we're not in a situation
where you don't want him to play.
We have to them, but if, God forbid that happens, like
the only way you want him to play is if the Bills are up like 50-0 or something like that, and you let him like put in the JV squad or something like that. So,
or it's like the last season of the game, like last year when we played the Dolphins and we just put whoever was out there and they still won by a landslide. So that
was what do you think in the AFC North? I mean, basically everybody's saying that the Ravens and the Browns are going to be awesome, and maybe the Steelers will be okay, and then the Bengals will suck. But like from your perspective, what do you think would happen in the AFC North?
I think it's pretty even. I think it's a pretty even playing field right now. I don't think maybe the Bengals are up there where like the rest of you guys are just yet, especially because, Joe was injured for a little bit. So, I think he's going to need time to, get back up to the pace of things. But I think it's a pretty level, to be quite honest. I really do.
Yeah. I think it's going to be close between the Ravens, the Browns, and the Bengals. I mean, the Rams, the Browns, and the Steelers. Yeah, I think it's just gonna. I think they're all pretty good. I mean, we're just hoping for the best with the Steelers. We really don't know what to expect.
Healthy and Ben doesn't throw like really bad pick sixes and things like that.
Just as long as he saves the pick sixes for the Bills and not the rest of the schedule, we'll be fine. Yeah. And then the AFC West. I mean, obviously the Chiefs are awesome. The Broncos, the Raiders, and the Chargers. I mean, I keep hearing that the Chargers are going to be good. I think the Raiders are a bit of a mess, and I don't know. I keep hearing maybe the Broncos will be good.
I just feel like they're too messy compared to, I mean, there's just like a massive drop between the Chiefs and the rest of them. That's like, they might have a couple really great games, but like, I don't think it's going to be consistent to like how the Chiefs are and at that level. So,
yeah. We'll see if any other team makes the playoffs out of the AFC West besides the Chiefs, and then the AFC South. That's also a bit of a mess. The Titans are good, and then maybe the Colts will be okay, and the Jaguars.
They said, Carson Wentz, he was practicing, so they said he's expected to play week 1. So I don't know how good of an idea that is.
They're like, oh, he has a foot injury and he'll be out for the next 10 years. And then you see a video of him and he's like out there running around and dancing and stuff. Like, what do you mean he's hurt?
The same exact injury too. So that's why I'm like, whoa, you guys got healthy really quick.
Yeah.
Because I was actually excited to see, if Sam Allender was going to go out there, who they just drafted, to see, what he was going to do for the team. But, we'll see how that pans out, because I believe they're playing the Seahawks, because I got Russell Wilson on my team for fantasy. So.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah. He's good. The Texans are an absolute mess, and the Jaguars. I'm saying it right now. Urban Meyer is a joke. He's not a pro football coach. Go back to college, bro. Go back to the studio and talk about college football. But he is not an NFL coach. And I mean, he gave the Steelers a linebacker as a gift. Like we traded a 6th round draft pick next year for him. And he's like a really good linebacker. It's like, you don't give away players as gifts, dude. This isn't, this isn't early Christmas or something.
Right.
It's I just think that the Jaguars are going to be a joke. NFC East, I guess Washington will be good. The Cowboys might be good. Maybe the Eagles. I don't know. It's a real iffy
toss-up. Maybe someone will have a winning record this year. Maybe, I guess that should be the goal, is like, hey, one of you guys
have a winning record.
I don't know. I feel like that's a really good place to start. But I feel like they're all such a toss-up. I feel like that's pretty even across the board, really, for all of them.
Yeah. Let's try to win some games. Let's try to not be embarrassing when one of these teams has to make the playoffs.
I would like to see, my brother is like a diehard Giants fan, so I would really love to see Saquon be healthy and have a good season. Like that, I do hope for.
Have you heard these names that they're thinking about for the Washington football team?
Oh, I haven't.
Okay, so I just pulled it. I haven't really seen this either. One of them is Red Hogs. What? Defenders. The Washington Armada. What? Who can? The Presidents. Okay, Presidents kind of. That doesn't even. The Brigade, the Commanders, the Red Wolves, or just keep them Washington football team.
I think Washington Warriors or something like that would have been like a cool name.
Wow, you can't do that because it's too similar to
sorry, to Golden State.
Right, we can't do that.
No, I forgot about that. No, I think Washington football team, it's really generic sounding, but it's also a lot better than all of those other names.
Right. So yeah, I mean, it is kind of silly. Like when you see in certain things, you just see football team. That's pretty funny. It's like the generic version of things. But NFC North, the Packers are going to be awesome, and then you have Lions, Bears, and Vikings. I think the Lions are going to suck, but the Bears and Vikings, maybe they'll be good. I don't know.
I think it depends how, I'm curious to see really how Justin Fields is going to do this year. I know we kind of lit him up, unfortunately, in preseason. That was a little crazy to watch, but yeah.
You literally lit him up. That guy hit him in the head.
I'm sorry, but his pictures are hilarious. Like,
oh my goodness.
Like on his face, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, thankfully he didn't like get hurt or anything. Because
talk about welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the NFL. We remove the head from your body. So
yeah. Because he said the pace felt slow, and I was like, when he said that, I was like, ooh, don't let it.
We'll show you. We'll show you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope. I'm very high on Justin Fields. I hope he plays soon. I hope they realize real quick that Andy Dalton is not who you want as quarterback ever. So we'll see.
And I don't really know how I feel about the Vikings. So
I don't know. NFC South. Oh God, can we all just join together and to make sure Tampa does not win another Super Bowl? My goodness.
We have to try.
Ugh. But I mean, I think the big thing is the Saints are not going to be good. The Saints are awesome every year. And I think this year, they're just going to, they have no more Drew Brees. And we'll see what Jameis Winston or whatever they're doing at quarterback. We'll see what they do. But
yeah,
I don't know. This could be
a rough year for them. I do.
Yeah, and then
I'm also going to that game. I'll be in New Orleans for Thanksgiving. So before I even told my family, they just like texted me. They're like, "You're not coming to Thanksgiving, are you?" I was like, "No, sorry." So.
Oh my goodness, I've heard so many good things about New Orleans. Have you ever been there?
No, it's going to be my first time.
I've heard Nothing but good things about New Orleans.
I'm excited
Just
for the food, just the culture, and to take everything
it
in.
just sounds like the best time. It just sounds like an amazing time. I've never heard a bad thing about New Orleans, so that'll be awesome. Yeah, I think Atlanta will suck, and then yeah, Sam Darnold. We'll see what he does with the Panthers. That could be interesting. And then the NFC West. The other trendy pick for a Super Bowl is the Rams. I could see that. I think that's a big question. Is if Stafford is good, if he's good with them, that could be a really good team. And I mean that's always a good, Arizona could be good. The 49ers are another team that's considered really strong, and the Seahawks are considered strong. So that's a really tough
I think
division.
that's an exciting division. I really do. I feel like there's a lot of potential, like overall, especially just teams like finally getting healthy. Like the 49, like honestly, the 49ers season went real quick last year just because of all the injuries that they had. But now that everyone's healthy, like I think it's anyone's,
Yeah.
field at that point.
Yeah, I think that was a big thing for the 49ers. They just had some really bad injuries. And now people are healthy. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be another thing is when's Jimmy G going to get out of there and you put in Trey Lance. So we'll see if and when that happens.
Yeah.
So what do you think for a Super Bowl? I know you're going to say Bills.
Obviously the Bills. Honestly, I would like what I wanted last year. I wanted a Bills and a Packers Super Bowl. I thought that would have been a really fun Super Bowl.
That would have been cool.
That would have been a cool Super Bowl. I still think it would be a cool Super Bowl, but also how good would it feel to beat Tampa and beat Tom Brady? Like, yeah. I don't know.
It's like the final boss of a video game or something like that. Yeah, to defeat him.
The final boss. Like, this is it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, God, yeah, I that's actually my pick, Tampa and Buffalo. I just right now, Tampa just looks amazing. So we'll see. I don't know. It's we talk about all these things, and then when the season actually happens, and I think the big thing is you don't know who's going to get hurt. Some major players are going to get hurt, and then it's going to change everything. So we'll see.
Just chemistry in general, is it going to be there right off the bat? Is it going to take a while to build up? Our team's going to lose it. I feel like that's another thing that's we don't really plan there.
All right. All right. Well, it was great. It was great talking to you. It was great seeing you. I love this video thing. I should have done this a long time ago.
I know. I'll say good luck. Because you're the cousin we like.
Let's just hope nobody gets hurt.
Yeah, hope for a healthy game. I do that. I want to hope for across the board.
I just want them to have fun. I just want everybody to have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm sure we're going to see. I mean, I know obviously Bills Mafia is going to show out, but I still feel like you guys travel really well too. So if I see a lot of Steelers fans, I won't be surprised. So
it could happen. I mean, it's not that far of a drive from Pittsburgh to Buffalo, so it could happen.
4 hours, so
yeah. So yeah, it could happen. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, what's the temperature supposed to be like in Buffalo on Sunday?
I think it's supposed to be in the 70s, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, perfect.
Pretty mild. I think it's going to be a nice day.
Perfect. What's the name of this? What are they thinking of doing? A new stadium or something like that?
Oh gosh, I don't know what's going on with that.
Somebody asked me,
it's supposed to be right across the street apparently, but it's gonna have 12,000 less seats. And this is all that's the other thing I want to say, that this is all very conceptual. This is not the end all be all. This is absolutely what's going on, and a lot of people aren't really grasping that, and they're freaking out, oh my God, this can't happen. But for the concept that they have right now, there's 12,000 less seats. There's not a retractable roof of any sort, and it's just right across the street. So it's just what people are well, what are we really paying for at this point? If it's not going to be that much different than what we already have, and you're not adding additional seats. So there's a lot of comments, which is valid, obviously, but we'll see how that pans out. Then there was an argument of who's going to pay for it, and threatening to move the team. Obviously,
right.
But
They're
like,
not
like,
going
oh,
to Texas,
Austin.
people.
I'm like, no, they're not. Like, people will chain themselves to the Ralph before they let,
Right.
take the team out.
Isn't it not called the Ralph anymore? Isn't it like Highmark
It's
Stadium or some silly
Highmark
thing like that?
Stadium. It keeps changing. I thought the Bill Stadium was a cool name when they had it for a while. I still call it the Ralph. I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of people still
Yeah,
call it the Ralph or Rich Stadium.
it's the Ralph. Yeah. Uh, do you think that they should have a retractable dome? Do you think they should have a dome? Like I just that just doesn't feel right. A dome in Buffalo. I don't know.
I don't know. But I'm like thinking beyond football and just thinking about like other events that could possibly be
Yeah.
there, and just like,
Yeah.
trying to utilize it more year round, really, I guess is what I'm getting at. I don't think it's a bad idea. Could you have a snow? I know people love the snow globe games,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's
I feel like that was like the kind of like the best of both worlds in a way. But
it's nothing. There's nothing better than seeing Miami come up to Buffalo in December and there's snow where it's like 10 degrees outside and they're used to 80-degree weather and then they have to deal with the cold and the snow and then just those people just freaking out. I love that.
Yeah. And then you see like footage of us at practice and they're like playing in the snow and throwing snowballs
with their shirts off and they're just having the greatest time. Yeah. So
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. But anyway, it was great talking to you again.
Thank you so much, Joey. I always have fun talking to you. And like I said, good luck. I hope, everyone stays healthy and it's a good game.
I just want everybody to have fun. That's all.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, I'll see you.
All right. Take care.
Bye.